Hey, good evening to you, and welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we get a little Digger Dog action. Montana Tech taking on Montana Western as the Digs taking on the Dogs here for the third and final time during the regular season. And we are ready to roll. These two teams, as you know, obviously have met twice this year. The first time was on January 16th. Montana Tech got the win 69-47. A great defensive possession by Montana Tech and really shut Western down, only giving them 47 points in the first matchup. The second, they won 68-66. That one was on this floor, and it was awful tight from top to bottom.
That was the Keeley Bake night, wasn't he?
That was
Step
it.
Back three.
Splat. So we are ready to roll. So I'm going to put the standings up, and I promise I'll take them down. Here are the Frontier Conference standings as it stands on the men's side. Montana Tech and the University of Providence are both tied at 8-5. Rocky Mountain College, Western, and Carroll are all 7-6. Then from there, Northern is 2-11. So really, at this point, you're almost looking. A lot of these teams could either grab first or even be fifth by the time we get to the tournament next week.
That's why this whole conference is exciting this year. You've got something to play for. You better show up to play. You better bring your A game.
So again, Montana Tech taking on the Bulldogs, and Montana Tech trying to get back on getting the swing of things here. They went on that 4-game road trip. We talked about the women winning 3 of 4 on the road. The men lost all 4 of their games on the road, still trying to find kind of their identity, their balance, and everything else involved with what they're doing. After the loss you take Cook out of that equation, and that is... You know, they're still trying to find out who they were. They've lost both their shooting guards this year as Cam Lawrence went out like 5 games in, and then Braden Cook goes down before the road trip. So Montana Tech just trying to find their identity here as we get to the end of the season.
Well, it magnifies itself when you lose 2 critical players like that. Both scorers, both great defenders. And I think right now, Coke is a tremendous loss. Lawrence, I love as a player. He's the real deal, and he was lost for the season. So, but they kind of made up for that and figured it out. But now with him and Coke gone together, it's another journey. You got to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Well, again, thanks for joining us here. Montana Tech won the first 2 between these two, and we'll get ready for round 3 as the Digs taking on the Dogs here in Frontier Conference action. Again, this conference is absolutely stacked. And it's going to be so much fun to see what happens by the time we make our way to those Saturday afternoon games, find out where the seating is, find out, it's all, of course, in Great Falls again, but find out who gets the 1 and 2 seed, who gets that first round bye.
Well, we're in that time of year, and again, I'll say this, it's usually 1 or 2 teams competing for that first place trophy, and now we got 4 or 5 in both conferences. It's just outstanding, and if ever there was a time you want to hold home, it's tonight.
It is. You know, Montana Tech still a very good chance to claim their 4th straight Frontier Conference regular season crown, but they've got to get on the other side of it. Lost 4 straight on the road, and they are getting ready to take on this Bulldog team here at home and to get that thing turned around. They're 13-0 at home on the year, and they would like to keep that goose egg out in the lost column.
They feel comfortable here. It's going to be interesting. I think the big matchup here tonight's inside between Western's big and Michael Ure. It's really going to be a difference maker in this game tonight.
Yeah, Abby Adeo's a difference maker. He is a monster on the inside, strong, has a great presence.
Scary strong.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't like it's like you're looking at Godzilla, and I got to play against this guy. He's really tough.
You saying scary strong is way different than me saying scary strong, too, I might add.
There was a day that was okay for me, but I'm scary skinny now. I was just told down in the lobby.
The Western starting lineup here, you should take a look as they come out. Stepney, Merritt, Adedo, Grueller, and Bethel will come out here. Stepney averaging 17 a game, Grueller at 15 a game, and Adedo just shy of 13 a game. So the Bulldogs wearing the road black. As coming out on the floor last there is Grueller. Grueller having a really nice year here for Western. The junior out of Vancouver, Washington, came by way of Portland Community College. Grueller, 6'5" junior. And I've liked his floor presence the last couple games out.
Yeah, I look at him as a possible first-team all-conference player. He's playing that well.
Here's Montana Tech starters, and there is one big glaring difference. The far right there, is going to be Carson Pfeffer. Will get into the starting lineup tonight. They're going to go big. As again, Braden Cook is out, so you're looking at Keely Bake at guard, Hayden Decons. You'd almost think Decons might be that 2/3 in this ball game. Pfeffer is on the floor with Michael Ure and Ifani Okeke.
Yeah, what's going to be a big need for Montana Tech? They've got to get a big game out of Decons.
All right, give me 1 second. Sorry.
For the 6'7" sophomore out of Chatsworth, California, number 33, Carson Pfeffer. Right back there for the 6'7" senior out of Idaho Falls, number 42, Michael Ure. The Orediggers are coached by Adam.
So our starting lineups, as these two teams come out, get ready to roll here. Here's kind of a look at the matchup across the board. Both teams averaging about the same point-wise. The difference, again, is defense. Montana Tech only giving up 62 points a game, allowing teams to shoot 40%. So Adedo going to jump it off with Okeke. And we are ready to roll. Our TDS tip-off here, as a Montana Tech taking on the Bulldogs of Montana Western, tipped into the backcourt, Montana Tech with it. Really looking forward to this one here tonight. Montana Tech up top, Keely Bake. They'll feed it on the inside to Big Mike. Michael Ure currently sits number 10 all-time in Montana Tech scoring list. Comes out to Pfeffer. Pfeffer around the horn right side to Okeke. Okeke steps back outside the arc, drives baseline. Fee pulls up and no good. That one's knocked out of bounds. It will be Tech basketball.
Tech has to bring up their intensity for this one tonight. Western ditto. Have to do the same.
Yeah.
This one's for the money.
Yeah, this is incredibly important when you look at those standings. Pfeffer gets the inbound. He's going to drive the lane. Carson to the rack, and Pfeff gets the first basket of the night.
Excellent read.
So Pfeffer will get on the board first. Montana Tech leading 2-0. Western back the other way. Round to high screen. Bethel hands it off. Driving is Grueller. Grueller kicks it out to Stepney. Stepney, one of the more lethal shooters you're ever going to come across. Jump stop in the paint. Adedo. Big Mike leans into him. Adedo attacks, puts it up, no good. It's tipped out. Montana Tech grabs the rebound. Here come the Digs in transition. Through the middle. Decons, great spin to his left, and Hayden converts.
Nice, smooth move, very patient with that.
So athletic is Hayden Decons.
Yeah, that helps too, by the
It's
way.
incredible. Adedo up top. He'll get it off there quickly to Grueller. Grueller's going to turn and fire. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Okeke with a rebound. Here comes Fee. Fani Okeke. Keely Bake. Out of Keely Bake. Range almost pulled the trigger. Goes inside to Michael Ure, now to Decons. Decons spins to his left. Puts it up. Gets it. Big mismatch that time as Coulter Merritt just really could not lean into him enough.
Decons is the guy that's got to carry this team.
Around a screen, Western. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Keely Bake's going to be called to the push. So Keely with his first. So we talked about it earlier. We have the Montana Tech podcast called Roll Digs. You can find it wherever you want. Tomorrow's episode will be with seniors and the top coaches talking about the seniors. Adedo gets it up with the left hand and rolls it down.
Good screen on the baseline to get him wide open.
And where I was going with that is I've actually had all three of the seniors here on the men's side wanted to sit down and chat. Great take by Hayden Decons. He doesn't get the points, but he does get the foul.
He must be listening to me on the radio. He's the guy who's got to do just what he's doing right now.
Yeah, truly. Tech leading 6-2. And Hayden Decons will go to the line. Decons, the junior, averaging about 13 a game. He is closing in on 1,000 lifetime. He has 959 points coming into this season. So he's trying to join that 1,000-point club as a junior.
He'll get there.
Deacon's second. Good. Deacon's with 5 points for Montana Tech. The Digs up 7-2. Western, 5 wide. Adedo drops down to the baseline. They'll move it around the arc. Grueller looking on the inside. Tipped out. Michael Ure got it, but Western gets possession. 3-point shot is money for Kevin Bethel.
Isn't that what happens 99% of the time?
It's amazing. Great shot by Bethel. OKK wants the baseline. Wraparound pass. Michael Ure tracks it down. Big Mike backing it up. Swings it out to OKK. OKK, jump stop, turns, gets it. Ifani OKK. Montana Tech leading 9-5. Western, right wing, Bethel. Bethel feeds it down to the baseline to Merritt. Merritt wraps it around with the left hand and gets it.
That is a nice take.
Great take by the junior out of Star Valley, Wyoming, Coulter Merritt. Montana Tech the other way. Keely Bake gets it. Keely Bake, senior out of Fairfield, strokes it from the top of the horn. Montana Tech by 5.
Tech currently playing with the confidence that this team's had for the last 4 years. They kind of lost that when they got beat 4 times on the road.
Left side, Adedo has a nice spin into the paint, steps through with the right foot, no good. Gets his own rebound, swatted by Decons. Coming out with it is Grueller. Boy, just a battle on the interior. Stepping up top, Bethel. Grueller fires the deep 3, short. Adedo gets it, and we're going to get a shove call.
Yeah, I think you're pushed him from behind, or Okiki maybe.
Let's see what we're going to get here. Push call on Michael Ure.
You know, I watched all 4 of their games when they were on the road on that telephone. I didn't see the intensity that I'm seeing tonight out of this Tech team. Both teams really, but Tech they seem to have lost that for a second.
Montana Tech leading by 5. They won the first 2 matchups between these 2 programs. There's always one you look forward to. We're going to get a battle here. Offensive going to go on Adedo.
Yeah. He pushed. He doesn't like it. Coach doesn't like it. And the referee's not going to change that call.
OKK bodied him up. Tech leads by 5. And they'll bring her down the floor. 2 of the 3 seniors on this program. The senior day is Saturday. They'll be honored between games. They're on Saturday. Did I say tomorrow? Sorry.
No, you said Saturday.
Okay. Keely Bake.
I listened to your mistakes.
Michael Ure in the corner. Cross-court pass, Decons. Hayden with the left hand into the lane. Spins to his right, kicks it out on the wing. Bake, head fake. Keely steps left, pulls up, fires, no good. Nice rebound on the inside that time by Jacob Ankney. Ankney really put down roots and went up and grabbed that bad boy. Ankney's another one that I think is he's very strong, and maybe even stronger than he looks, I think is where I was trying to go with that.
That makes sense.
3-point shot, up, no good. Rebound, Peffer. Yeah, I mean, he seems to, when he gets positioned underneath the basket, it doesn't feel like you're able to move him. Peffer drives, right hand, no. Western back in transition. Stepney, he only has 1 shot so far. Here's his second, no good. Rebound battled for, goes to the ground, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Do you think these 2 teams want this game?
This is incredible.
This is a physical matchup.
And we say that as Kyle Grueller gets hoisted up off the ground. And if they zoom in, if we get a zoom in here on Grueller as the game goes, he's got the, he's been cupped on his right shoulder. You can see all the cup marks as we get to the end of an extremely physical year. Boy, we have a packed house here tonight. Holy man. We do not have many empty seats. Western up top, 3-point shot, good. Big time shot by Berkeley. junior out of Billings Senior. Tech's lead is 2. Hayden Decons attacks and draws the foul.
You
Boy,
know,
that's a great read.
I'm not much into coaching, but I believe he was told attack because this guy is getting after people right now.
That was a great pass down the floor from Keely Bake.
And I think he's the hardest player in the conference to guard.
100%. So Decons at the line. First of 2. And that one rims out somehow. It's 56% from the free throw line this year.
He's got to go to the John Thatcher School of Free Throw
No,
Shooting.
we wanted that number to go up.
See.
Decons second is good. And Montana Tech going to call a short timeout. 14:32 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 13-10. It's a short timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. You talked about intensity early, JT. Is that really the one that's jumping off the page at you here in the opening minutes?
With both teams, yeah, it's amazing. You got Western's bigs on the bench right now because he's got a little foul trouble, and Decons came to play. I'm just telling you, you can look at this whole floor, and he wants the ball and he wants to do something with it, and I think that's the key. If they unfortunately don't get the other 2 back, one, they're definitely not getting back, but if they don't get Coke back, he's got to pick it up because I think Okiki has been solid all year.
So as we get the horn back out here, and Western will bring her down the floor. Western shooting 34% from the floor. They're led by Bethel with 3 points and Berkeley with 3 points. Both of those from outside the arc. Pass into the hands of Ankney. Ankney. Rhett Reynolds on him defensively. Double team loose in the corner. 3-point shot is on the way and good. Nice looking shot by Billy Carlson. Carlson knocks down the 3 and we're tied at 13.
Western played a little bit of zone against them the 2 times we watched, and right now they're not getting out of their man-to-man. Got a mismatch on the block with Okiki.
Reynolds. Keely Bake. Bake, floater through the lane, gets the shot up, draws the foul. So Bake will go to the stripe. Bake 84% from the foul line. And he has lived in that 80% line for basically his career here at Montana Tech. We have a full timeout, so we'll take one. Actually, no, we're not going to. 13:52 left to play. We've got a presentation here at midcourt, ladies and gentlemen, as Athletic Director of the Year is going to be presented. And Matt Steppen went out and bought a pair of khakis to be nominated and to be awarded the Athletic Director of the Year.
That's because he's married to a Thatcher, and she made him go dress up.
In the world of collegiate athletics, there are leaders who simply manage, and then there are those who inspire and elevate. Matt Steppen, Athletic Director here at Montana Tech, is undoubtedly the latter. Matt Steppen's tenure at Montana Tech has been marked by a consistent pursuit of excellence. Under his guidance, the Diggs Athletic Department has flourished, winning the Frontier Conference prestigious Bandy Award the last 2 years in a row. This award recognizes the highest level of regular season athletic competition within the conference, a true reflection of Steppen's dedication to fostering a winning environment. His peers within the Frontier recognize these achievements by naming him the Athletic Director of the Year. This honor acknowledges Steppen's numerous accomplishments throughout the academic year, including his service as Vice Chair of the Conference Council of Athletic Directors and his tireless work on the membership committee.
You okay after getting all right? That was awesome.
So our commissioner of the Frontier Conference, Scott Crawford, Dr. Scott Crawford, and Chancellor and Dr. Les Cook are out to give him his honor. And couldn't be happier for Mr. Matt Steppen. Just does a phenomenal job. And it just cares about the kids. I mean, it's amazing how quickly you pick that up with anybody who is in it for the right reasons.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that is certainly the case for Athletic Director Matt Steppen, as he'll get his major award. I'm going to figure out, I'll pick the right spot on the wall in his office where we're going to put that bad boy.
I got a bunch of them at home, but they got dust all over them, and I just set them in the corner. So I've always said if you do something long enough, you'll get a plaque. They'll put a plaque on the wall for you.
Yeah, he's just the man. Just such a good dude, such a great AD. Runs a tremendous athletic department here.
That he does.
And just cares about our conference as a whole. Keely Bake gets his first.
Because he married a Thatcher. Let me repeat myself.
Oh, and he wanted nothing to do with the award either, man. He did not want to go out there. And needless to say, I may have been rather harsh on him. I may have been giving him a ration of you-know-what for, well, all week, basically. Tech leads by 2. Jalen Stepney down the floor. Gets it on the wing. Stepney looking to his lefts. Puts it down with the left hand. Cutting through the interior. Now Stepney gets it back. Stepney almost had his pocket picked by OKK. Stepney going left, wrap-around pass underneath. Nice feed, comes all the way back up top. Driving, step through, shot blocked by Rhett Reynolds. That said, we talked about the losses on the road, but Rhett Reynolds has gotten better every week, and he has made significant strides here in the last 4 games on the road.
Well, that's why I have so much admiration for the head coach. He makes them better. And they do a great job no matter when they're called upon.
Western only has 1 second on the shot clock. Stepney brings it out. Shot is away. Doesn't hit iron, so a shot clock violation. So Montana Tech will get possession back here. Levi Torgerson checks in. Michael Ewer is back in, so we have Peffer, Levi Torgerson. Also out there is Hayden Decons, OKK, and Michael Ewer. OKK fires it into Ewer. Ewer trying to back it up. Double loose, double team. He'll move it out to the wing, Decons. Decons into OKK. OKK with the right hand. He'll attack. Shot blocked. That's a big-time block by Ankney.
That's a tremendous block.
Great anticipation by the big man. He swats it away. Bulldogs a chance to tie it up, possibly take the lead here. Stepney on the wing. Stepney hands it off to Grueller. Grueller, pocket picked by OKK. Loose ball. Still loose. Western comes out with it. Tremendous hustle. Stepney pull up jumper, 8-footer, no good. And he is going to go to the foul line. Jalen Stepney, the senior out of Seattle, will go to the line, and he will shoot some free throws.
Stepney is a great player.
Just so smooth. He's one of those first guys that you think of when a player gets hot, you'd better do everything you can to extinguish the fire. And he is one of the first ones in my mind when you think about that. When the rim gets so big for him when he gets going.
The thing I most appreciate about his play is how unselfish he is. He isn't a scorer that figures he's got to score. He just picks his spots and gets the job done.
Stepney is an 83% free throw shooter. And he'll look to tie it up here. 12:36 left to play in the first half. Stepney, free throw money. So we're tied at 15. Mashad checks into the ball game from Montana Tech. Connor Mashad, the freshman. Michael Ewer left side. So again, kind of a big unit out there for Diggs right now. Torgy down to the corner. Peff back to Torgerson. Now inside it goes to Michael Ewer. Ball fake, pulls the defender up and gets the basket. Michael Ewer gets his first shot and his first points. Montana Tech leading 17-15.
I also thought he got his elbow hit.
No runs yet. Montana Tech started the game leading 6-0, but that's it thus far. We'll see if that changes. Right hand, nice take. It rims out as Kevin Bethel unable to get it to roll over the iron. Here come the Digs in transition. Decons. 12 feet away, spins lefts. He's going to put it up softly, and boy, nice shot put fashion, knocks it down.
Nice patience, double team faked it, didn't come. He made him pay a price.
Decons with 8 points. He is the leading scorer on the floor from way downtown, no good. Rebound, Levi Torgerson. Torgerson left side to Peffer. Peffer, great pass, Connor Mashad, and we're going to get a foul. Great ball movement by the Orediggers in transition.
Bulldogs foul number 34, Jackson Berkeley, his second personal.
So Berkeley is going to be called with the foul. That's his second. Western's getting in a little foul trouble here with some important people early as Berkeley has 2, and Adato also with 2 fouls.
With 11 and a half minutes on the clock, that's getting yourself in trouble real early.
Both of those players are on the bench. We'll see how much it affects them. Peffer, Keely Bake. Bake into the high post, feeds it inside to Michael Ure. Ure spins to his left. Again, brings the defender up, gets the basket and the foul. High IQ basketball.
One of the outdated things in the history of basketball now is a head fake.
So Michael Ure, a senior from Idaho, Gatorade Player of the Year in his senior year. And Michael Ure will knock it down. So Ure puts it down. The Digs lead by 7. And that is their biggest lead of the night. They have some momentum. We'll see if they can keep it rolling. Boy, again, we have a packed house here in the Mining City. Thanks for joining us on Digger Vision. Pass goes to the wide left. Baseline spinning out to the wing. Comes up top, Stepney. Montana Tech really guarding Stepney way outside the arc, as one should. Pass to the baseline, unable to hold on to it as Ankney. Had what they wanted. He just got one hand on it, unable to reel it in. Approaching the midway point here of this first half. Montana Tech by 7. Keely Bake, bounce pass in the corner. Coulanges trying to find a lane. They'll move it around the arc right side to Michael Ure. Coulanges to Bake. Nice feed to Ure, falling left, fires it. That one off balance. He's trying to get the call, and here we go back the other way. Western with the basketball into the offensive side. Pass goes out left wing to Ankney. Ankney, as he'll hand it off there to Bethel. Bethel, cross court to the corner. Driving, jump stop to the baseline, and Michael Ure is going to be called with a foul.
He bumped him. He doesn't like the call, but he bumped him.
7-point lead for the Digs. Connor Mashad will check out, and Okeke will come in. So Western will look to inbound here. The Digs shooting 62% from the floor. Western at 30%. Lob pass all the way up top to Bethel. Kevin Bethel going left around a screen. Pass to the baseline. Reverse shot is up and in. That's a nice move by Coulter Merritt. Good body control by Merritt. He puts that one down. He's the leading scorer for Western with 4.
Let's see if the zone affects Tech right now. In the 2-3 zone.
Michael Ure near side. Bake into Okeke. Double team on him. Clears it all the way back up top. Coulanges. Josh trying to find a lane. Spins to his right. Fall away jumper is up and out. So Western will grab the rebound and back the other way we go. Tech by 5. Driving hard through the lane. Ball to the ground. And an offensive call going to go against Billy Carlson. And he landed on top of Michael Ure, and Ure still trying to get his breath.
Well, when you take the brunt of that, you're going to get the wind knocked out of you.
He has gotten the tar beat out of him his entire career at Tech. I don't know any other way to put it.
He's not a bulky post player.
He's been undersized his entire career, and he has never not gotten right in and gotten his, right into the mix.
That's like me playing defensive tackle in college. That's not going to happen.
Around the screen, Decons. Decons moving to his right. Montana Tech feeling in control here. Okeke, shot blocked again, big time by Ankney. His second block of the game.
Turned his ankle.
Yep. I was going to say, limping right now, Grueller. Not putting a whole lot of weight on his ankle, still on the floor here. He's out on the wing trying to make a move. Boy, he's a hurting unit. Backing up with it is Carlson. Carlson goes left to Merritt. Shot clock down to 8. Merritt has Okeke on him. Merritt, ball fake. Good defense by Okeke. Shots up and out, no good. And Hayden Decons comes out with it. And again, going back the other way, Grueller looks like he is in pain on an ankle here.
Yeah, Coach, I don't think he saw it.
On the wing, Decons. to Keely Bake. Bake, top of the horn, looking right. 8:15 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading 22-17. Keely Bake, jump stop, ball gets knocked out of his hands. Grueller has to dive for it, and he is able to get that ball. Good hustle by Grueller. Ball taken away with the steal. Taking it the other way. OKK gets the steal and the slam. What a play by OKK, leading by example defensively, and then hammers it home.
Coach is not happy, and you know what? I think he's right. It looked like Okiki got his arm around him, hit him.
Boy, coaching staff for Western fired up, thinking that same thing. 7:55 left to play here in the first half. Intensity is at a high mark, which, of course, we would have expected from Wordgo.
No, not when these two play each other, especially.
I tell you. Great first half thus far. Montana Tech leading 24-17. Fouls are going to be an issue as we go, as Adato has 2 personal fouls, and Berkeley with 2 for Western.
And Tech is already in the one-on-one.
That's it.
Too much time left on the clock to be that deep in foul trouble.
So as I look here, Grueller stays on the bench, and he went over with the trainer. He's out kind of walking it off. We'll see.
I think he tweaked the ankle.
Yeah. And by the way, he's kind of walking and flexing it. I can't imagine we won't see him again, especially for this point in the season and kind of what this game means.
Well, what you tell him is tape it, toughen up, get out there and get it done.
Get a whole lot of tape on that bad boy. Western, Stepney gets it back on the edge. Jalen Stepney, top of the horn, fires it left to Ankney, to Stepney, 3-ball, new. Halfway down, jumps out, Tech the other way in transition. 3-point shot is on the way, won't go for Peffer. Defensive rebound by Carlson. Western out rebounding Montana Tech 12-9 so far in this ball game. Tech leading by 7. This matches their biggest lead of the game. They've been here twice. Bethel around the arc here on the near side. Carlson inside it goes. 1-on-1. They move it back up top. Long range 3, no good. No, it does fall in. How about them apples?
Hung up there for 30 seconds.
Wow. I thought for sure that thing was going to bounce out. Uses the force, rolls it in for 3, and Western down by 4. Decons pulls up, floater, no. And he is going to be called with a foul, 90-foot foul as he went up, and he'll be called with a shove on the rebound.
Is that 2 on him?
Nope.
Just 1.
Just 1. And we have a timeout on the floor. 6:44 left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading 24-20 with the timeout. We'll take one. We're back here right after this. Welcome back here once again to a packed house here in the mining city as Montana Tech taking on the Bulldogs of Montana Western. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. The third and final regular season meeting between these two programs. And then, of course, we have the Frontier Tournament next week up in Great Falls.
It's going to be a battle.
It's going to be very, very interesting.
And, you know, Northern's in the bottom of the pack right now, and they've only won 2 games, but they're playing better, so you better show up.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that tournament could be real interesting.
Anybody's.
It's that. 4-point lead for the Digs, 24-20. Tech is led by Hayden Decons with 8. Keely Bake has 5, as does Michael Ewer. On the other side, leading scorer is Carlson. Billy Carlson, has 6 points as of right now. As I'm throwing stuff at people. How rude is that?
Sue.
So here comes Western down the floor. Stepney into the offensive zone. And we're going to get a whistle. And
yeah, Reynolds pulled on him.
So Rhett Reynolds will be called with the foul. Tech leading 24-20.
That would be a difficult tax.
Yeah.
That guy should be a defensive tackle for somebody. He's so big and strong.
And he's athletic. I mean, he really can move.
Absolutely.
Bethel near side. In the corner it goes to Carlson. Western is 4 of 12 from the three-point line. It goes into Adado. Adado jump stop, leans, puts it up. No. Rebound, Decons.
Nice Sigma move, but he didn't finish.
Keely Bake across to Decons. They'll lob it into OKK. Fee. Baseline, Rhett Reynolds shot, no, but tipped in by Hayden Decons. Decons gets the tip, and Western the other way. On the right wing with it, Bethel. Around the horn. Pass goes down underneath. Spinning into traffic. In it goes to Adado. To the wing. Bethel for three. No good. Rebound by OKK. Here comes Ifani the other way. Keely Bake wide open. Transition three won't go. And Western will bring her back the other way. Tech leading by 6. Western has not led in this ball game. Tech jumped out to a 6-0 lead early and have held the lead this entire first half. Stepney, attack, shot blocked by Rhett Reynolds. He has to be averaging 2 blocks a game the last several.
And
to the wing.
Run the floor.
Keely Bake, 3 ball, no good. Stepney with a rebound. Keely Bake, 5 points. He's 1 of 3 from the arc today. Tech's lead is 6. Western 4 wide. Adado down in the block. Stepney gets the ball. Stepney to Adado, who checks out up top the arc. Double team, leaning into Rhett Reynolds. Shot off the glass. No, that one goes halfway down and bounces out.
That's 2 or 3 for him on that situation.
Bake leaves it for OKK. Switch dribble. Good defense by Stepney, and that's going to go to Western.
Think there's a little quickness out here, do you?
Stepney just timed that perfectly and knocks it out. Diggs lead 26-20, a 6-point lead. As across the timeline is Bethel. Bethel moves it right wing. Hand off there to Martin. Pass down on the block to Ankney. Ankney pulls up. Shot, gets it. Ankney puts it down. The Diggs by 4.
Talk about another big, strong post player.
There you go. Around the screen. Keely Bake. Ball fake, double team, pass taken away. Intercepted the other way comes Martin, and Martin going to be fouled by Levi Torgerson. .405 left to play here in the first half. Tech leading by 4, 26-22. And at the foul line is going to be Clarence Martin, junior out of San Diego. Tech up by 4 here, a little Frontier Conference brawl. Again, coming up at the half, we will have our Unified kids on the floor. We'll talk about that Unified program and the incredible good it does here for Southwest Montana. Spearheaded by that crew at East Middle School, Kelsey Thatcher and company. Tipped out, Montana Tech basketball. Torgerson looks back to the bench, near side. Bounce pass goes in the corner, Connor Mashad. Mashad moves it across. Decons around a screen. Decons stops. Here comes Peffer. Peffer attacks, puts it up off the glass, no good. Western the other way. Western's defense really buckling down the last several trips. Great pass underneath and hammered home. Big time slam that time as Ankney puts it down. Montana Tech's lead is 2. 26-24, the Diggs up over the Bulldogs. Western grabbing some big momentum. 3:31 left to play in the first half. With a timeout, we'll take one. Hey, we're back here right after this.
Montana has one of the highest suicide rates in the United States.
Suicide impacts people of all ages, genders, and ethnicities.
On average, 300 Montanans die each year by suicide.
Our best chance of stopping suicide is to stop the stigma.
It's time to talk openly and honestly about mental health issues.
Together, let's take the pledge to be allies against suicide.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
.331 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech leading 26-24. As you see there, our podcast up and running. New episode tomorrow. We'll talk to the coaches about their seniors, and we'll talk to some of the seniors about their experience here at Tech and about their coaches.
I got to listen to those, see if you're any good.
No, goodness no.
I happen to know you are.
So, again, thanks for joining us here. Western, the flow has changed drastically. Montana Tech had such a swagger offensively there for a while, and Western has taken that away here over the last 4 minutes.
What's unique about this game is the great defense both teams are playing. They are not making anything easy for anybody out here, either team.
So after the timeout, Montana Tech will inbound. Western going to bring a little man pressure. We'll see.
Looks like they're going to go into a 1-3-1.
Okay.
And that's what they're doing.
There you go. Pass here on the near side to Peffer. Peffer moves it across to Torgerson. Torgerson back to Peffer. Tech 4 wide. In the corner it goes to Decons. Decons jump stop, trying to find somewhere to go, gets it back. Western's defense really has gotten strong. 3-point shot, no good. Knocked down, Western basketball. Chance to tie it up. Montana Tech is led by 7 a couple times here in the first half. Western down by 2 into the offensive side. Stepney, 2 points so far. Stops, throws it down into the corner there to Ankney. Back to Stepney. Stepney with a right hand in the paint. Attacks, scoop shot is up and out, no good. Montana Tech rebound.
Force that issue.
Tech by 2. Torgerson to Michael Ure. He's going to flare up and fire. That one no good. And Western will bring it back quickly. Into the offensive zone, baseline take, and Peffer going to be called with the foul. So Peffer will pick up the personal.
Yeah, a little difference in quickness there.
2:26 left to play in the first half.
It's like guards can't guard the posts, and then posts can't guard the guards. It's the name of the game.
At the line is Clarence Martin. So Martin will knock down his first. Both teams in the bonus. And Martin will get ready for his second. Martin takes a breath, and we're tied. 26 all, Montana Tech with the basketball. Good run here by the Bulldogs to tie us up at 26. Montana Tech will try and grab that momentum back here. Michael Ure around a screen, now to Keely Bake. Bake drives to the edge. Hayden Decons for 3, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Bake. And an offensive call going to go against OKK. Boy, I was not watching the interior of that ball.
I was watching the ball movement.
Likewise. So OKK will pick up his second personal. That'll bring him out.
Yeah, he's got to go sit down in the last 2 minutes.
Connor Machad will check in his place. 2:04 left to play here in this first half. We're tied up 26 all. Across the timeline, Stepney. Stepney moving right. He's going to go corner down to the bottom left to Martin. Martin fires the 3, no good. Montana Tech rebound.
Western struggling from the 3-point line tonight.
Both teams started out shooting lights out. Now both teams in the 30% range shooting.
Well, if you're watching the same defense I am, there's a reason why these guys are really getting after each other, both teams.
Decons to Michael Ure. Ure with the right hand into the key. Stops, bounce pass comes out to Bake. Bake to Michael Ure. He's going to fire. 3-point shot, no good. Tech is 1 of 8 from the 3-point line. Western is 4 of 14. 1:10 left to play in the first half. Western with the basketball. Out on that far left side is Martin. Loose double team. Ball knocked out. Connor Machad reached in. Now he wrestles it away. And we are going to get a stoppage and a jump ball call. Good hustle by Connor Machad. You have to love when the freshman will just dive on that loose ball.
Absolutely. That guy over there in the gray really loves it.
26 all our score. Tremendous first half here from the Hyper. Frontier Conference action. The officials, what are we chatting about here, you think? Was it about possession or time, or as far as the shot clock maybe?
Possession arrow.
Okay. All right, possession arrow will go to Western. to Montana Tech rather. 56 seconds remaining here in the first half. We'll get our scores from the other Frontier games here as we get toward halftime. And again, remember, get a beverage now. We've got the Unified kids on at halftime. You don't want to miss that. Tech into the offensive side, Keeley Bake. Michael Ure now. That goes into the hands of Josh Kulangis.
Yeah, he got that. He was holding Ure around the waist, wouldn't let him move.
Clarence Martin called with a hold. And Michael Ure will go to the foul line.
Not the best foul with 43 seconds to go.
Both teams still in the 1-1.
That's usually a sign that you can't guard the guy. That's why you hold him.
Michael Ure at the line. Senior out of Idaho. Graduating in biology, off to med school. Much like my trajectory was.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a good kid, and he's going to be, I don't know what he's going to do medically, but he'll be good at it.
It sounded like orthopedic surgeon was the possible path. Had a great conversation with him earlier today. Again, you can hear it tomorrow. We'll release that on the pod. And just a great kid. 4-point student in biology. Big Mike goes 2 of 2 from the foul line. Tech leading 28-26. So here come the digs. Back defensively. Western into the offensive zone. Around a screen. Bethel had a lane for a moment. Off to Stepney. He put it off his foot into Bethel. Bethel into the paint. Nice pump shot. No good. Loose on the ground. Picked up Montana Tech. Kulangis to Keeley Bake. He'll put on the brakes.
Slow down, run it. Get your last second shot in.
Shot clock is off. Montana Tech with it. As Decons will set up the offense.
That is not a guy you want to go out there and guard. He can bowl by you so fast.
Hayden Decons around a screen. Brett Reynolds drops into the paint. Decon's floater won't go. Gets his own rebound, second, and he gets it. Hayden Decons has a dozen, and Montana Tech leads by 4. 30-26 our score. The digs up over the Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout. We have the kids back out on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. The Unified kids will be out. We'll talk about that. That's coming up next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here to the campus of Montana Tech as the Unified kids are on the floor. As just last year, East Middle School was recognized as a National Banner Unified Champion School, an incredible honor that highlights their commitment to inclusion and teamwork. In February, they unveiled their official banner commemorating their entry into that program. At the time, East was the only school in Montana to earn the distinction and one of just 10 schools from the entire western region. This program pairs a special education student with a general education student, fosters an environment of social inclusion for students with learning disabilities. Their dedication to unified sports earned them a major nod from Special Olympics and ESPN, and we couldn't be prouder to have them here tonight again. So the kids are back out. Again, the Wildcats are in blue, the Eagles are in red. And trying to get up off the floor. There we go. Getting up. That's Jace Buckles. Buckles going to fire the shot. It won't go. Buckles gets his own rebound. And he'll turn back in towards the key here.
He wants to set it up. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Nope, lost it. Goes out. Here we go. Shot on the way, and it's up and out. Won't go for Miko Montoya. Montoya gets it.
That's 3 of those that guys hit tonight.
Don't even mess with throwing that thing over your head.
The Rick Barry free throw, he's figured it out. I like it.
Here come the Eagles the other way, looking to answer. Into the offensive side with the ball there is Alexa Moore. Moore puts up the shot and gets it.
Use the backboard, girl. That's a great one.
Just like that, Moore knocks it down. And the Wildcats will look to answer.
Oh, here comes my favorite dribbler. This is my favorite ball handler. He knows the lay game. I like it.
He would absolutely been your all-star. Buckles is down rolling on the floor. Buckles has had enough of this walking stuff.
He wants a better halftime entertainment.
He's kind of my hero. Shot is up, won't go for Montoya. Defensive rebound, the Eagles are going to go the other way. Uh-oh, Buckles is going to try and make a move while spinning.
He got kicked in the head by Oh, he doesn't care. He's rolling down the other half of the floor.
Alexa Moore into the key. Moore. Oh, she's going to pass it off. She's going to let somebody else go. That's Joey Montoya. So Joey in the key, puts it up. Joey's shot won't go. He's going to get it back. Joey Montoya's second is not good. All right, Joey, here we go. He's going to line this up. Joey's got this one. I can see. Oh, maybe not. Oh, he gets it back. Good steal by Joey Montoya.
Yeah.
Montoya, oh, cross dribble. He's ready. Joey Montoya up.
Well, his hands are getting softer. There it is.
There we go. So getting the basket, Joey Montoya. So here come the Wildcats. Buckles, after his rolling adventure, is now going to dribble the ball into the offensive zone. He gives it a kick, and now he's just going to run off. Teammate picks it up. That's Sophia Dotto. Dotto tried to pass to Montoya, and now the officials will go back to track it down. Oh, they get it to Buckles again. And Buckles, he decides he doesn't want it. All right, so we get the horn. It looks like we're going to get a new crew in here for both sides. The Eagles and Wildcats, the unified basketball at East Middle School. And the Wildcats will get some new bodies in here. And down the floor with it is Robert Deloach. His shot partially blocked. The Eagles come down with it. Big time play inside, Keaton Hislop. Back the other way, here come the Eagles. Trey Cabrera from downtown, I thought he had it. Give him another go, give him another go. Here come the Wildcats, good spin move. Loose on the ground for just a moment, that's Jason Reel. Reel puts it up, too much arc on it. And the Eagles will go back the other way. Oh, good crossover. Step through the middle, Kraus puts up the shot, no good. Offensive rebound goes all the way back up top. Cabrera. Oh, I thought Cabrera was going to shoot it. Shoot it, Cabrera.
I thought he was going to back him down and
Trey,
post
there
him
you
up.
go. Come on, Trey.
Get him there.
Oh, that one's swatted out of bounds. So here we go, the Wildcats quickly the other way. That one comes into the zone. Putting the power dribble down the right side. Pulls up from 6 feet. That one's not going to go. And that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Eagle basketball once again. 7:42 left to play here in this, well, in halftime, I should say, excuse me. So about 2.5 minutes left here in this contest. Eagles and the Wildcats, East Middle School unified basketball.
Oh, through legs. I love it.
Cabrera fires that one off the mark. And it's going to go out of bounds, and the Wildcats will get it back. So here come the Wildcats. Into the offensive side for the Wildcats. There with it is Cunningham, Tyler Cunningham. Dribbling out with it is Deloche. Deloche down the right side, puts on the brakes.
Oh,
we're going to get a foul.
He was fouled.
Okay. We're going to get free throw shot here. And at the line is Robert Deloche. He has attended the John Thatcher School of Free Throw Shooting, so.
We'll make him then.
There's the first. Oh! Oh, I thought he had it.
Technique looked good.
Yeah. All right, he'll take a couple more dribbles this time. Deep breath. It's up. Too much. Big defensive rebound, Eagles basketball. Back the other way we go. Trey Cabrera across midcourt. Trey hands it off there to Ham. As Lula Ham back across to Cabrera. Oh, nice pass on the entry, just unable to hold that one in.
Gotta catch that, baby.
Unified basketball. we had a little like camouflage there. One of the players ran through the press table and then ran back out on the floor, trying to catch him by surprise.
So that gave him 6 players. Awesome.
Lula Ham.
The idea is to win.
There you go, Lula, trying to find an opening. Good defense applied. Ham, oh, it's taken away. With the steal is Deloche. Deloche puts it up high off the backboard. Batted around, Wildcat basketball. Reel puts up the shot, short. Another offensive rebound, pass intercepted. Eagle basketball. They'll move it across, Eagles with it. As Adel and Cluna. They'll rifle it from half court. No good. Down to 5 seconds. Cabrera shot off the iron. Wildcats have it, and that's going to do it.
Great job. What fun for these kids.
There you go. The unified basketball team from East Middle School. And a tremendous night here for those young kids. We're at the half. Montana Tech leading Western 30-26. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the numbers, talk about the first half and more after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm. Even when the unexpected happens. Even when the local environment slows things down. We will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most. Community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
To 26 our score. Montana Tech leading the Bulldogs of Montana Western as we are here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher, thanks for joining us here. Frontier Conference action, the final weekend of Frontier Conference action as these two squaring off the third time this year.
Yeah, and well, the first game was kind of a blowout, but the last one was a great game, and this one's a great game right now tonight. Montana Tech has got to get somebody else with some breakout scoring if they want to win this. Decons and Ure cannot just be counted on to do all the scoring, so they need somebody else to step up. On the other side of the line, Stepney's got to find a way. Stepney's the key to this basketball team. He's got to find a way. I don't know how many points he has or what he's done. 2 points. He's too good. He's got to have more than that.
You know, you bring up a great point with Montana Tech. You know, we've always talked about their depth and how much they use their bench right now, and the bench has been difficult for them the last several games. Right now, no one off the bench has scored. Only their starting five with points so far in this ball game.
Yeah, well, that depth has always been his MO, and right now tonight, and I think the last 3 or 4 games also, they just haven't been able to get it done.
So for Montana Tech right now, shooting 38% from the floor, 13% from the three-point line as they are 1 of 8 from downtown, 7 of 9 from the foul line. Individually, Hayden Decons has a dozen. He's 5 of 8 from the floor. He has 7 rebounds as well for Montana Tech. Decons is the leading scorer on the floor, the only one in double digits. Michael Ure has 7. Keely Bake with 5 points on the day. Looks like Ifani Okeke with 4. And Carson Peffer with 2 points on the day for the Orediggers of Montana Tech.
And let's put the tag on somebody. Okeke's got to do a lot more than what he's done. They need that. You got to have 3 players that are going to be a threat all the time. But he got foul trouble.
He did. He picked up 2. He sat down the last 3 minutes, right in that vicinity, if I remember right. On the other side for Western, speaking of foul trouble, as they had 2 guys sit down a bunch of that first half. The big one is Adato. He only played 6 minutes. He picked up 2 personal fouls. Adato has 2 points. The other one is Berkeley. Berkeley had 2 personal fouls. He played 4 minutes, and he has 3 points on the day for Western. Their leading scorer is Carlson. He has 6 as of right now. Merritt with 4, Bethel with 3, Stepney and Adato each with 2. You have Ankney with 4, Berkeley with 3, and Martin with 2 points on the day for the Bulldogs of Montana Western.
Adato is a physical player, but he can't let that physical play get him in any more foul trouble. I mean, you can't. This is basketball, and I know it's a contact sport, but you can't go out and beat guys up. You've got to. He's had some real good looks around the basket, and he's missed 3 or 4 where they rolled around the rim and came out. He's missed 2 or 3, I should say, shots that were gimmies.
Let's take a look at some other numbers here. Western has out-rebounded Montana Tech 21-19. And again, the big difference, big bench difference, is Western has 15 points off the bench. Montana Tech, no points off the bench. Western controlling to get this second half underway. Stepney on the far right wing. Stepney to Bethel, near side it comes. Into the hands of Carlson. Now to Adato. Bethel around a screen. Western looking for a driving lane. Into the paint, pass to the wing. Good ball fake. Jump stop, pulls up, shot won't go. And we're going to get a shot clock violation.
Outstanding defense by Tech. Pretty good ball movement by Western, but they're not using any cutters. They're not looking at the block. They're just running the ball around the perimeter. They're running the clock down.
The 3rd shot clock violation of the night for Western, caused by the Montana Tech D. And the digs into the offensive side. Hayden Decons attacks left-handed and gets it. Decons has 14 for the Orediggers, and they go up by 6. They led by as much as 7 in the first half. Western has not led in this contest. Western 4 wide. Adato drifts up top. Looking to back it up is Stepney. He and Okeke leaning into one another.
No, they're going to get
Okeke is going to be called with it. He'll get called with a push.
he was pushing, but he got his hands out there.
We get to our scores here, the other games in conference. Providence leading Northern 43-39. That's in the second, and Carroll all over Rocky 56-37 in the second. Western, pass underneath, pump fake once, shot blocked. Carson Peffer goes out of bounds. That's going to be Western basketball.
Great block.
And Kyle Grueller has come back out on the bench. I thought we would see him again, and he is limping heavily. They've got ice on his left ankle. Shoe is off. Hopefully he is going to be okay. Grueller will be on the bench for the remainder of tonight, and hopefully only tonight for them. Montana Tech. Rebound. Down the floor. Corner. Now they'll move it across to OKK to Michael Ure. Tech by 6. Ure into the hands of Peffer. Peffer backing it up, spins to his left, wants the baseline, pump fake once, second is off the glass, no good. Botted around, nice job by Peffer. Keely Bake eyed the shot, and instead Montana Tech will set up the offense here on the near side. Decons. Decons into Ure. Ure one-on-one. Peffer back into Ure, shot clock down to 3. Ure turns, shot blocked, out into Decons. He'll fire. Decons 3 won't go, and Western will bring it the other way.
That was quite a defensive possession by Western.
Very much so. Bethel wants the baseline. Nice shot. Oh, off the iron, no good. Comes right back to him. Wraparound pass, taken away. Keely Bake gets the interception. Bake into the offensive side. He'll move it across to Decons. Decons leading scorer on the floor with 14. OKK across to Peffer, who didn't see it coming until the last second. OKK to Michael Ure. They'll lob it into Peffer. Peffer looking to back it up with Stepney. Peffer, ball fake once, goes up, ball knocked out of his hands, and a jump ball call.
That is the correct call.
And Montana Tech will have possession here in their offensive zone. 2.5 gone here in this second half. Tech leading by 6. And looking to bring it in, Hayden Decons. Decons brought it into OKK, and it's taken away by Bethel. Bethel down the floor, and hitting the ground hard is Coulter Merritt.
Well, when you make those kind of shots, it doesn't hurt. You get right up.
Oh, boy, he hit
That was contact,
hard.
big time.
Great pass and a great finish by Merritt. And it looks like they are going to...
And the talk over maybe flagrant?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the case.
Or just a timeout.
The way they sent him out, I'm guessing they're going to go and look and see if it's flagrant. Yep, so they're going to look at it. They're going to look at the replay here. 32-28, Montana Tech by 4. Flagrant foul is, I believe, what they're looking for. So they'll go over and look at the replay here. What is your take on that, JT?
No, I didn't think it was flagrant, but I didn't get a totally clean look at it, but he went up to dunk it, and he got bumped. There's no question about it. Went down hard. Happens.
A 4-point lead for the Digs. Western trying to reel them in here.
Did they not give him the basket? Or were they down by 6?
They were down by 6.
Okay.
Yeah, Tech had a chance to grab their biggest lead of the night on that last possession. So the basket is good. We'll see if there is anything added over the top of it.
I'd be surprised if they call it flagrant, but it was hard.
Very. You know, Montana Tech, we talked about it in the first half. They came out, they kind of had their swagger there for a while, and they have been unable to recapture it again in the offensive side here over the last several.
They're struggling to score, but I attribute that to really good defense at Western showing too. Both these teams are playing excellent defense.
So the officials.
And as you saw in the last play, there are no gimmies in this game.
Not a one. 4-point lead for Montana Tech. The Digs have led by as much as 7. The officials will come together and chat.
Maybe I should run down there and give them my opinion,
give your
because
opinion, Will.
they all have a confused look on their face.
Coming up Let me get rid of our scoreboard here for a moment. Mark your calendar, April 12th, the Digger Auction, Miners Ball coming up. You and I and about 4,000 of our closest friends and family will be stuck in this building. And we'll be raising money for the Orediggers Athletics, always truly one of the greatest nights of the year. And we'll tell you how you can get your tickets, reserve your tables, how you can help out if you'd like to donate items for the auction, or you'd like to come and purchase a whole lot of items. We'll make sure to give you those details here as we get closer. 4-point lead for the Digs. They went over and looked it over. Now they're conferring at midcourts, and they're going to call it.
They're calling it intentional.
Yep. They're going to get an intentional against Michael Ure.
Well, I'd like to see it on film. I just thought it was a hard play.
So Michael Ure picks up his third on the intentional.
Oh, that's not good for Montana Tech with 17 minutes left on that clock.
So Michael Ure will be called with it, and going to the foul line is Coulter Merritt. The crowd will make sure to have him understand their displeasure. Merritt's first is good. Coulter Merritt, the junior out of Star Valley, Wyoming. Merritt has 6 points. He's now tied for the leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Merritt's second is good. So Merritt with a 4-point play. And now Western will have the ball in their offensive zone.
Big play. Sometimes it can swing your team. We'll see what happens here.
Possibly a 6-point swing, maybe even more, honestly. We'll see where this ends. Comes into Adado. Adado to Carlson. Carlson, ball knocked out of his hands as Okeke gets the steal.
Good, quick hands by Okeke.
Keely Bake skips into the zone, moving lefts. Good defense by Bethel, rolls it to Okeke on the wing. Cross-court pass, Michael Ure, good ball fake. Mike attacks, draws the foul. Adado's going to pick up his third.
Yeah, he left his feet. Good head fake by Michael Ure.
So that will be his third personal. I would assume that'll bring him out for a few minutes anyway. Jacob Ankney will check in his place.
Did you say Ure has 3 fouls?
Yes, Ure has 3.
I'm surprised he's still in there.
We'll kind of go through the fouls here if we get a moment to chat. Bounce pass into Michael Ure, double team on him. Mike, pass out on the edge, Keely Bake. Bethel's done a nice job on Keely so far here. Bake out to Ure, around the arc, left side. Decons attacks, Decons pulls up, shot off the back of the iron, no good. Big rebound, Merritt. Western, Merritt quickly into the offensive zone. Through the paint, spins back toward the basket, good defense. Merritt clears it to the wing, and Carlson. 4 wide here for the Bulldogs. He'll move the pass out on the edge. Baseline, head fake there by Carlson. Down the left side of the paint, wraparound pass is going to go out of bounds, and that will be Tech basketball. Tremendous defense by both of these programs.
They passed up 3 open shots to turn it over. They've got to take those wide open shots.
Montana Tech with the ball. Again, only their starting 5 have scored, and actually only 2 guys off the bench even have a shot. Coulangis and Reynolds both with 1 shot each. Levi Torgerson whistling a foul away as Michael Ure is going to be fouled by Billy Carlson.
Yeah, he had a total mismatch down there. Got to get him the ball when he's got that.
4 minutes gone here in the second half. Diggs by 2. Montana Tech inbound to Hayden Decons, and Decons hammers it home.
Well, Western took a night off on that play.
Decons 16 points. The Diggs by 4. Really only 1 run in this ball game. But you could almost say 2 kind of mini runs, but nothing significant. Tech stretched it out, and then Western reeled him in. Nice pass, good finish on the inside by Ankney. Tech ball the other way, leading by 2. Keely Bake around to high screen, going lefts. Levi Torgerson. Torgy spins. Out to Keely Bake. He has separation. Keely gets it in the foul. Keely Bake He's had to shoot more 4-point chances than most anybody I've ever seen in my life. He hits such big threes, draws the whistle. So Keeley at the line. He has 8 points so far. He's 2 of 2 from the foul line. And he is the guy that I want at the line shooting whatever the wager is for me.
Absolutely.
Keeley's one and only money. The lead back out to 6. Western going left with it is Bethel. Bethel, top of the horn, looking right. Bounce pass goes that way to Merritt. Merritt with the left hand, stops, kicks it out. Western 5 wide. Bethel through the paint, moves it out on the edge. Pull up, baseline jumper is up and in. Nice take by Billy Carlson. Nice job by Carlson that time, pulling up and knocking it down. Tech by 4. Decon spins, pass in the corner, Torgerson. Torgerson gets it down. Levi Torgerson gets his first basket of the night. Tech goes up by 7.
And at some point in the game, that guy always gets a big bucket.
Baseline, Stepney, jump stop in the key, rolls it out to Bethel on the wing. Bethel over Ankney's head. Actually, Ankney had taken a step towards him. If he was still in his original position, that would have been an easy turn for 2.
Yeah, that's called a dunk, but he took a step.
Diggs by 7. Chance to take their biggest lead of the night. Torgerson, near side, it comes to Bake around a screen, back to OKK. Out to Torgy. Levi Torgerson. Dual sport guy. Fantastic young man. Michael, your double team coming. Turns, fights his way to the rack. Travel call.
Yeah, he took a few steps there.
7-point lead for the Diggs. And it looks like, are we going to get a timeout? And we will. 13:59 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 7, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here right after this. (41-34) our score here in the Mining City. Let's see if we can get scores from the other 2 games. Providence leading Northern by 10, 55-45 with about 10 minutes left to play. And the other game has Carroll up by 15 over Rocky, 69-54 with about 9 minutes left to play in that one.
Rocky is an up-and-down team, but their post player was hurt. I don't know if he still is. That's a big difference maker. You know, injuries are a big deal in this conference. With the 2 kids Tech has out, I'm just thinking of them. I don't know what else is going on anyplace else, but it makes a difference.
Diggs lead by 7 as they come out after the timeout here. We'll keep on track of those scores, and we'll talk about where the Frontier Conference stands. Again, I mean, pretty much everybody is in the picture coming into tonight. We'll see if it starts to get a little clearer by the time we get to the end of the evening.
Key possession here for Western.
Bethel on the wing. Keeley Bake on him defensively. Nice pass underneath to Ankney. Ankney kicks it out to Bethel. 3-point shot off the iron, no. Rebound tipped, controlled by Hayden Decons. Rebound number 9 for Decons. Keeley Bake for 3. Keeley knocks it down. Bake has a dozen. Tech by 10. Pass inside to Ankney. Shot blocked. Hayden Decons. Come on.
He's having one heck of a game.
Decon 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks.
That's a pretty good game.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah, and it's still 13 minutes on the clock. He's going to do some more.
Western lobs it into Bethel. Bethel across to Berkeley. Berkeley fires it back to Bethel. Head fake, Bethel, baseline, spinning, and he throws it into the key. It's picked up by Ankney. Shot clock down to 7. Driving. Boy, partially tipped by OKK, and now he'll come away with it. Fee will push the pace. Fee into the key, kick to the wing, and too far outside of Levi Torgerson. That is going to be a turnover and go the other way.
Yeah, Okeke complaining, he did get his arm grabbed. He can pass better than what just happened.
10-point lead for the Digs. Western down to the offensive side. Stepney. And an offensive as a battle underneath, and it looks like Jackson Berkeley is going to pick up his 4th personal. Oh, they have 3 for Berkeley. Okay, so they have 3 on the board. I thought that was his, oh no, excuse me, it was his 3rd. He had 2 in the first half. My apologies.
I thought he had 4.
10-point lead for the Digs. Decons. Montana Tech looking to stretch this out beyond 10. On the wing, Keely Bake. Now inside it comes. Michael Yor getting battered, and now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Clarence Martin going to pick up the personal.
Western getting in foul trouble right now.
Yeah.
5 on the clock, 12 and a half to go. That is a bunch.
Montana Tech will inbound here, leading by 10. Keely Bake lobs it out to OKK. Keely's going to turn and fire. Keely gets another one.
There's the guy who picked it up the second half right there.
Keely Bake has 15 points, and the Digs go up by 13. Baseline take by Bethel, and he'll be fouled by Levi Torgerson. So Torgerson called with a shove. You know, it's one thing I've talked about at times. I don't know if we've talked about it enough. Levi Torgerson, for how aggressive he is and how good he is defensively, he's not a guy that ever gets into foul trouble.
No, do you think quickness maybe helps get away from a lot of that? Because I'll tell you what, he's as quick as you can be.
Oh.
Yeah.
13-point lead for the Digs. And at the foul line is going to be Mr. Bethel for another one. At the line, Bethel, free throw attempt, back of the iron, no good. Rebound by Montana Tech. Peffer comes out with it. Diggs into the offensive zone, going left. Levi Torgerson here on the near side. Tech is up to 39% from the three-point line. Remember, they were 1 of 8 in the first half. Michael Yor spins into traffic, turns, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Adedo.
Good move, just shot it a little long.
Western into the other side of things. Around a high screen. Bethel working one-on-one with Torgy. And they're going to get Torgerson for the block.
Yeah.
11:40 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech leads 47-34. And with the timeout on the floor, we're going to take a quick one, ladies and gentlemen. The Digs up by 13. This one is heating up, kids. We're back here to the Hyper right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Back here once again at the campus of Montana Tech, Jalen Stepney shooting the free throws. So the foul under the basket went to Levi Torgerson. And Stepney shooting those. And there was a technical during the break as well. So Stepney gets both of those. So the technical was against Levi Torgerson because he had 3. And the technical gave him 4.
Wow.
So the technical was called against Levi Torgerson.
I thought it was called on the bench because the referee went right over and talked to the Western coach.
Yeah, so that's where it was. So during the break, Levi Torgerson got a technical. So he was charged with the foul and the technical. Stepney shot the technicals, and Western has called the timeout here. So an 11-point lead. Boy, this is, you expect a fiery game out of both these two teams. That's all there is to it.
Well, just check the standings, and I'll tell you why. It's that time of year.
That it is. And actually, real quickly, let's pull those up once again. Here's your men's standings. Tech and Providence tied up at 8 and 5 in conference. Let me give you a score on the Providence. Providence is up by a dozen with about 6.5 minutes left to play in Havre. So Providence looking pretty good at this point. We'll see. The other game, Carroll is all over Rocky. They're up 77-59. So Rocky, as it stands right now, would drop a spot. Carroll College would jump a spot. Providence looking good. Montana Tech in an absolute battle right now. My goodness. I love this conference.
I do when it's like this. When it's a runaway, I don't. It's like, oh, I get to watch basketball. But nah, there's a reason why to focus in on it.
So Western will inbound here as they'll get the ball on the technical. The inbound to Adedo. Adedo spins to the baseline. Adedo, pump fake, brings it up. Adedo rolls it in. That is his first basket in a while.
No backside rotation. That should have never taken place.
A 9-point lead here for the Digs. Back the other way. Keeley Bake to Peffer. Looking to get it inside. Okeke wants the baseline. Double team, moves it out to Kalanges. Josh fires the three, no good. And on the rebound, Western will go the other way.
Never seen so much hand checking as there's been in this game.
Incredible. Adedo. Martin drives into the high post. Martin turns, fires, no good. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Montana Tech will get it back. 10:53 left to play in the ball game. You know, I mentioned Torgerson, he has 4 fouls right now, and that's a big one when you look at the guard rotation with the amount of time that is remaining in this ball game. Keeley Bake will inbound. Down the floor on the right side. They'll move it around the arc. Josh Kulanges with it. Now to Peffer. Lost it for a moment. Decons, backdoor cut, gets it, turns, gets the basket and the foul. Hayden Decons. What a play by Birdie. He has 18, and he'll shoot one.
The American gave him a 10 on that.
That was outstanding. Hayden Decons with a strong take.
He's the guy who had to show up tonight.
Yes.
And he has more than done that. They awakened the sleeping giant with Keeley Bake because Okeke is still being contained.
10:37 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech leading by 11. The officials chatting it over. Boy, just everything you'd expect out of these two teams in the final weekend of the Frontier. So they're going to come over and look at the replay. And again, we have two different cameras that are on the replay. The only kind of bad thing I should say about either of those is that happened on the far side of the floor from either of our cameras. So we're not sure what kind of vision we can look at, but we'll certainly see what we have.
It's another one that I don't think should be called, but because I said that, it will be.
Okay. At 11 point.
Both of these plays were physical, but I don't know. I'd like to go down there and look at the camera with them and tell them, let's just play. We're tired of sitting around waiting for the game to get going.
So let's get you updated on the other scores. Providence leading Northern 62-48. That one has 4 minutes left, and Carroll up by 16 over Rocky, 77-61 with 4.5 left.
So everything's moving.
Yeah. Some interesting activity here.
They did. They called it technical.
So that will put Decons at the line. So shooting 2. And Birdie's first is up and out, no good. So not a normal technical in the sense that you can pick anybody on the floor at the time to shoot.
Well, he definitely got one on the foul.
And his second is good. So
he
Hayden
made
gets
the
1 of 2.
technical. He didn't make the one on the foul because he didn't want to.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Good
that was-
psychology.
12-point lead for the Digs. Montana Tech is led by as much as 13. Western is not led in this contest. Tech jumped out to a quick 6-0 lead, and they're going to call a timeout. Keely Bake forced to call a timeout on the baseline. Nothing opened it up, and the Digs will call a short timeout. Frontier Conference action on a Thursday. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. It's been an outstanding Frontier year this year. And again, the questions swirl. You know, we've got the tournament coming up, but the host teams will be announced before the conference tournament starts. So that'll all be decided by Saturday. Who the host teams are. We'll find out who is hosting the 3 teams that'll fill each of those brackets around the country.
Oh, that's right. Host teams automatically are in, aren't they?
They're the host team of the 4-team pod.
Right.
So they bring 3 teams. So like Montana Tech the last 2 years has had 3 teams here. You play basically a semifinal on like a Friday and then the championship on a Saturday. And whoever wins the pod goes to the national tournament. Keely Bake on the wing. Bake stops, moves it up to Peffer. Peffer sends him in motion. Peffer wants the baseline with the right hand. Comes back to his left. Loose double team. Nice pass to Rhett Reynolds. Rhett finishes. Boy, Rhett waiting for that one the whole way. He'll roll it in. Gets his 2 points. Montana Tech goes up by 14. Their biggest lead of the night. Western down the right side. Adado fights his way to the rack and gets it. So strong.
Yeah, not much you can do with that.
Tech 5 wide. Rhett Reynolds. All of a sudden the gym got crazy quiet. That was strange. Reynolds. Keely Bake slashes through the paint. Nothing there. Pass comes up to Kalanges. He's going to fire from the foul line and he gets it. Nice jumper by Josh. That is his first field goal of the night.
Tech really playing under control right now. Stepney still has got, with 9 minutes to go, he's got to get involved in this game. They just completely kept him out of the picture.
He doesn't have a field goal. All his points from the foul line. Ball's knocked away from him. It's going to go out of bounds, Western ball. Stepney's 0-6 from the floor. As I mentioned, he has 4 points right now, and all of those from the free throw line. Western's leading scorer, Merritt and Carlson both have 8. On the other side, Decons has 19. Keely Bake has 15. The inbound to Martin. Martin spins, attacks. That's a great take.
Great spin move.
Martin, the junior out of San Diego. Digs by a dozen. I'm way too into Ron Burgundy to say San Diego correctly. Nice pass, nice finish. Peffer puts it in. 4 points on the day for Peff. Western the other way. Little head fake up top here on the near side. Lost it there for a moment. Nice move inside. Adado put it off the iron and Tech the other way. 14-point lead for the Digs. Decons and Adado's going to be called for the foul.
Coach is not happy. That definitely was a body up foul, no question about it.
8:32 left to play in the ball game. Adado gets his 4th. That'll bring him out for a while. Down by 14 if you're the coach here with 8:32 left to play. Adado has 4 fouls. How long do you put him on the bench?
I don't. I'm calling a timeout. They're in trouble without him. I'm just telling you, he is a force, but he's got to learn to control his game a little bit. He's playing too hard and trying to be too physical.
Decons 3 of 6 from the foul line. Front half of the bonus, no good.
Yeah, I don't take him out. This is a big game.
Tech by 14. Western with the ball. Spinning in the high posts. Looking for somewhere to go is Martin. Inside it goes. Ball's knocked away for a moment from Ankney. He's able to get it back. Martin, step back. 3-ball. Good.
Big shot.
Boy, that was one of those you could tell the minute he let it go. Tech into the offensive side. 4 wide for the Digs. Tech up by 11 with 8 minutes left to play. Kulonjis, and it goes to Peffer. Peffer feeds it on the interior. Spinning, attacking. Hayden Decons gets another one.
He set him up. That is a great, gave a look to pass and then did a reverse pivot. Easy bucket.
Decons has 21 points on the night. His season high is 24 against Lewis Clark States in that battle of ranked teams early in the season. Tech by 13 here as Carson Peffer picks up his second personal foul. I'm not the brightest person in the world. I kid you not, I've been looking at our bench, the Tech bench here for what feels like the last minute solid, trying to find where Michael Ure is, and he's at the table getting ready to check in. Don't mind me.
You need a good night's sleep.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's kind of the page I feel like I'm on.
Yeah.
About half asleep. Stepney knocks it down. So again, Stepney, all of his points coming from the foul line. He has 5 points right now. If you're Tech, you are ecstatic for what you have been able to hold Jalen Stepney to.
Well, they've done a great job on him defensively. I was watching them run their offense. They don't turn their back to him. They don't turn to find the ball. They just know where he's at.
Second, Stepney gets another one.
He is so smooth.
Oh, that is the absolute truth. Keely Bake across midcourt. Tech by 11. They have led by as much as 14 today. Spinning out on the right side. Montana Tech moves it up top. Michael Ure with the ball fake. Mike attacks. Mike with the left hand. It doesn't go, but he's going to go to the line. Personal foul to Jacob Ankney.
Yeah, that's a tough guard for Ankney to get out there, and then he bit on the fake. And Ure's got a great first step.
7:22 left to play. Michael Ure at the line. 7 points on the day for Mike. So glad to have a great conversation with him today. And again, it'll be on the Orediggers podcast tomorrow. We'll get it up. But just, it's funny, all three seniors have very different paths into Montana Tech and through Montana Tech. Michael Ure, second, no good.
Walked away from the line. I'm going to have to lecture him on that. Stay on the line.
Stepney back into the offensive side. Around a screen. Little switch dribble. Ball's knocked away by Kulonjis. Kulonjis puts up the layup. Shot blocked. And now a late whistle and a foul. Great transition by the Digs. And Kulonjis will go to the line. The freshman. Josh, a 70% free throw shooter. 7 minutes left to play here in the ball game. His first is out. Boy, we've seen this rim especially take some weird bounces today, haven't we?
Been a lot of them in and outs, even on layups.
Josh is second. I'll get you a score update on the other men's games here in a momento. And Josh gets number 2 through. OKK is back in. Kulonjis will, nope, Peffer will go out. The other games, Providence up by 11 with 10 seconds left, so Providence will remain at the top of the pile. And we'll see if Montana Tech going to stay with them there. Long range 3, Stepney. That one doesn't hit anything but the floor.
That's a frustration for, shot. He is, because of the defense, he's really having a frustrating night.
Carroll leading Rocky 83-74. Rocky trimming it a little bit, but time is running out. Only 90 seconds left in that ball game. Decons wide left. They'll roll it inside to Michael Ure. Ure looking to back it up. Ure, nice pass across to OKK, and he'll be fouled going to the rack by Ankney. So Ankney will pick up the personal, and Ifeanyi Okeke will go to the line. And it looks like we have a timeout. Montana Tech leads by 13, 60-47 over the Bulldogs of Montana Western. We'll take a break. We're back here right after this.
Nucor is a great company. They care about their people. They care about the environment.
I've never been restricted to fall in a box. I've never been told that I can't do something.
I saw it as a great opportunity to develop a career.
You create your own destiny at Nucor.
We're building something bigger out here at Nucor. Come join us.
$60-47 our score. Montana Tech with a 13-point advantage over the Bulldogs. The Digs looking to get the clean sweep over Western here tonight and get the clean sweep on the season, as the women got the clean sweep earlier, winning all 3 matchups between the Digs and the Dogs. We'll see if the men are able to accomplish the same. Ifeanyi Okeke. You know, as I mentioned earlier, the different paths for the 3 seniors that are going to walk on Saturday. You know, you've got Fee, who started at Carroll College, just was never felt like he was part of it, transferred here to Montana Tech, and needless to say, he has done awfully well. Michael Ure, you know, was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Idaho, took 2 years off for his mission, went to Santiago, Chile on his mission during COVID, and then got here to Montana Tech. And of course, Keely Bake, after a great year at Fairfield, a great career at Fairfield, winning the state title in Class B, and you know, making his way here to the mining city. Pull-up jumper from 10, no good. Almost got the putback, and Montana Tech will go the other way.
How many rebounds does Decons have?
Decons has 10. Double-double for Hayden Decons right now. And another ankle possibly here for Western is Coulter Merritt.
Relax, coach, he's hurt. He went down, there was nothing in play. Usually he's got to be in play.
Merritt trying to walk it off a little bit here. But boy, he's a hurting unit. So Coulter Merritt will go to the bench here. Remember, Grueller went down with an ankle earlier, and he was taped up with some significant ice.
Yeah, this one was a little different. There was nobody around him even.
The inbound to Coulanges. Coulanges up top, moving right, spins back to his left. Western attacking defensively, needing to try and cause some turnovers here. Double team inside to Michael Ure, and he is fouled. And now a technical on Stepney.
On Stepney or Stepney?
Stepney got the hold and the technical. So Stepney gets the technical and the foul.
And I didn't think he's the one who fouled. Maybe that's why he said something.
So they'll shoot the technicals first here, as Keely Bake will step up and shoot the technicals. Keely right now, 15 points. He's 4 of 6 from the 3-point line. Keely's first is money. Entering this ball game, Keely Bake had 916 points in his career. He's going to be flirting with that 1,000-point mark by the time this thing's over. And he gets them both.
He's got a shot.
Now Michael Ure will shoot 2. Michael Ure quickly approaching 1,200 points in his career here at Montana Tech. And Big Mike will step up and shoot. Montana Tech is 14 of 21 from the foul line. I don't think it would surprise anyone to hear that there have been a lot of free throws combined between the two programs. Tech has shot 22 now. Western has shot 14.
And this game has been so physical, there could have been a lot more.
No joke. Ure for his second. And Big Mike's into double digits. 10 points for Mike. Tech goes up by 18, their biggest lead of the night. Around the arc here on the near side, it goes to Carlson. Carlson step back. Adado spins. Adado leans. Shot blocked by OKK. Wow. His quickness and reach are just crazy.
Well, you know, guys can jump, but then you get a guy that can quick jump, get up quicker than most guys who can jump, and Okeke can do that.
Adado gets the inbound. He'll hand it off there to Bethel. Bethel down the left side of the paint, kicks it to the wing. Open three is on the way, and it's good. That was a dagger by Berkeley. Berkeley back out on the floor with 3, excuse me. And Hayden Decons will take it to the rack.
That's what happens when you're on the floor and the other team falls asleep.
Oh, man. Hayden Decons hammers it home. He has 23 points. Bethel through the key in the corner. 3-point shot, good. As Martin knocks it down. 5:09 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech by 14. Boy, Coach Jensen really getting on the officials.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about coaching. When you're frustrated, you either blame them or sit down and be quiet. Those are your only two options. Thank you.
5:09 left to play here in the ball game. With the timeout, we will take one. We're back here to the campus of Montana Tech after
Hi,
this.
I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
.09 left to play here in the ball game. Frontier Conference action as we make our way through it. As you see there, make sure to put it on your calendar. The Digger Auction Miners Ball coming up on April 12th. We will be here in this building on this floor and raising money for Orediggers Athletics. Certainly look forward to seeing everybody there. 5:09 left to play here in the ball game. See if we can grab scores here. Providence wins 73-60, so they will remain on top of the pile. Kulonges.
Yeah, hit him in the face with the elbow, not on purpose.
He's called with the offensive.
Well, they're going to review it. That was just a basketball play. I don't care what they come up with this time. I'm just telling you, I played the game a little bit myself, and that was just a basketball play, and his nose was in the way of the elbow. He was just trying to get through that double.
Yeah, chinned it, got the elbows up. So let's go back to the scores here real quickly, and I'll give you the standings. As we take a look at the men's standings, University of Providence is 1. And that will go to 9-5. So they'll be up by themselves for a moment. University of Providence 9-5. With the loss, Northern goes to 2-12. Carroll gets the win. So Carroll goes to 8-6. And Rocky with the loss will fall to 7-7. So starting to stretch out a little bit here, but remember, we've got games on Saturday, and well, obviously we have to wait to see what happens here over the final 5 minutes.
Well, I just think Tech's playing so aggressive defensively. It's going to be hard for Western to come back unless they can get a hot hand from the three. They hit a few threes this half that were real important, but first half they couldn't put a three down.
So the officials looking it over here.
Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. You ready?
Ready.
They're going to see the play, and because the elbow struck the face, they're probably going to tee him up. He shouldn't be. They're going to go. I'm going to go down and talk with him too. It was just a basketball play in a double team, and he was just trying to get through the double team.
So the officials continue to chat it over. They have gone to the replay a lot. And the digs come out here.
No technical. They finally listened to me. I didn't think the other two should have been technicals either.
So no technical. Western will get possession.
But on the good side for the officials, with the game this physical, you almost have to do that to slow down the physicality of the game.
Agreed. Western lobs it into Martin. Martin fires, and he gets another one.
Yeah. That's what they need to do, knock down some threes.
Martin, his second three-pointer here of the evening. Martin actually his third. He's 3 of 4 from the arc. Michael Ure steps through, lobs it to Okeke. Okeke across to Torgi, and he will slow it down as they come into the offensive zone.
Smart guard does right there.
Around a screen, Levi Torgerson makes his way down to the corner. Up top with it is Keeley Bake. Torgi comes up top now. Keeley Bake attacks. Keeley through the lane in the corner. Michael Ure for 3, and he gets it. Big Mike has 13. Big shot. And Montana Tech leads by 14 points. 4:27 left to play in the ball game.
That took some air out of the tires.
That's a big one. 14-point lead. Montana Tech up over the Bulldogs. We have a timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take one. We're back here after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
(70-56) our score. The Digs up over the Dogs. Frontier Conference action on a Thursday. The other games tonight are done as the University of Providence beat Northern 73-60. Carroll beat Rocky 87-76. So as of right now, Providence is 1, Montana Tech 2, Carroll 3. But if Tech wins this ball game, obviously they will remain tied with Providence. And we will have a big old ball game coming up on Saturday for that bag of marbles.
Yeah, men's and women's, both of them.
There you go. Dado to Bethel. Bethel back here on the right side. Long range 3 is up, no good. That one's tipped out. Western grabs it. Now Keeley Bake gets the steal. Good ball handling by Bake, and we go the other way. Across the timeline, Montana Tech with the basketball. Michael Ure controlling. Near side, Keeley Bake. Bake out near midcourt. Shot clock down to 8. Bake to the elbow, picked up by Adato. Step back, three-point shot, no good. That one will go out, and Western will get possession back.
Now, most people think that's a bad shot, but with 4 seconds on the clock, he had to.
Western, Bethel quickly the other way. Kevin Bethel, the senior, out on the right side, gets it back. Bethel around a screen, drives, ball fake. He's wide open. Now he turns and fires. That one no good. Keeley Bake will get the call as he bodied him up. I don't think Bethel realized just how wide open he was there for a second. And by the time that he honestly turned back to the basket, he gets fouled by Bake. Bethel here tonight, 3 points. He's 1 of 8 from the floor. And Bethel shooting 2. His first is money. Western, 11 of 14 from the foul line.
What has Bethel done tonight scoring?
4 points. 1 of 8 from the floor.
They've shut their guards down completely.
Bethel, 7 assists for Western. And Bethel able to get the second one through.
7 assists is fine, but he's got to put some points up.
Yeah. Montana Tech. Keeley Bake, pressure coming. Pass is tipped in the air. Western gets the steal. And a carry call, actually over and back. Going to go back to Montana Tech.
His pivot foot was in on this court, and he had to step over to make the steal.
So over and back.
Yep, good call.
Quick call by the official. And the digs.
Somebody's not happy down there with the call, but the call was correct.
Yeah. Somebody a wee bit vocal. The inbound to Keely Bake. Bake. Bounce pass to OKK. OKK, cross court. Michael Ure. Ure's going to fire. Mike, front of the rim, no. Rebound controlled as here we go the other way. Stepney. Stepney does not have a field goal yet tonight. Bounce pass underneath. Ball fake once. Loose ball on the ground. Diving for it. Western's going to get it. To the wing. Three-point shot short. Tipped up. Montana Tech gets it. What hustle and what work in the inside by Hayden Decons. OKK back the other way. 2:45 left to play in the ball game. Tech by a dozen. Levi Torgerson near side. Decons. He's leading scorer with 23 here tonight. Pass goes left side. Decons. Three-point shot. Levi Torgerson no good. Keely Bake tips it. He's going to be called with a foul.
Big time. He doesn't want the call, but
yeah,
that's definitely a foul.
So that will walk the other way. And we'll shoot some free throws here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you don't want to stop that clock.
So Montana Tech led by Decons with 23. Keely Bake has 17 and Michael Ure with 13. On the other side, Martin has 13 points for Western. Torgerson will come out. As I mentioned earlier, second free throw no good. Decons quickly approaching 1,000 points. He entered this ball game 41 points shy, and he's already over halfway there. OKK to Michael Ure. Ure fouled. 2:15 left to play. And Stepney was called with a foul. Amazingly enough, we've had so many fouls and so many free throws, but nobody is fouled out.
That's true. There's a couple of them working on it still in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, with that said, I think you and I even have 4 fouls at this point. Michael Ure gets his first. Mike has 14 points. And Mike, he's 7 of 8 from the foul line tonight. His second is money.
Because the one he missed, he walked away from it.
14-point lead for Montana Tech. Pass out on the right wing, Berkeley. Berkeley making his way into the paint. Berkeley spins to his right, puts the shot up. That one's going to go long. OKK comes down with it.
Slow down, give the point guard the ball, run some clock. That's the name of the game.
Down the floor to Decons. He'll clear it out. Underneath to Michael Ure. Ure pump fake once, clears it all the way back out again.
Could have tried to power it up. They're working clock.
Keely Bake drives into the high post. Shot clock down to 8. Decons. Decons drives into the paint, left-handed. Decons has 25, and that is his new career high. He had 24, against LC State earlier this year. Decons with 25 right now, and we're going to get a stoppage and the basket counted. Player down. Keely Bake is down for Montana Tech.
They don't need another injury on this team.
I think he just got hit where you just don't want to get hit.
Either that or
never
a hip
want to get
pointer.
hit.
Yeah.
14-point lead for the Digs, 74-60. Montana Tech up over the Bulldogs. Frontier Conference action on a Thursday. We're back here to the Hyper after this. 74-60, Montana Tech with the lead over the Bulldogs of Montana Western. The Digs shooting 48% from the floor, Western at 36%. And again, we have spent a lot of time at the foul line here tonight. Tech is 18 of 25, Western is 12 of 16. Both teams have 2 players each with four fouls. And at the line here is going to be Bethel. Kevin Bethel, 7 points. He is 2 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. And Bethel, his first is up and in. Or excuse me, the second, I apologize. So Bethel puts it down. Actually, it was 3-point play for Bethel. Peffer down the floor here on the near side to Michael Ure. Ure to Decons. Decons around to Peffer. Playing keep away here, burning clock, and now Western will foul. 1:10 left to play. And Ifeanyi Okeke will go to the line.
I personally want to know what the deal is on Keely Bake. He's not on the bench over there, so he's in the training room. There he comes out now.
So Okeke gets the first down. Fee with 7 points today. His second is good. Fee has worked his tail off defensively. Offensively, they've kind of held him in check as well. Only 5 shots on the night for Fee. Bethel, nice pass in the corner. Long range 3 is up and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Montana Tech. Switch dribble. Into the offensive side come the Digs. Torgerson out near midcourt. Okeke gets knocked to the ground. The Digs will spread the floor, burn the clock here. They'll set a high screen, looked at pick and roll. Near side it comes, Decons. Decons, bounce pass to the corner, Peffer. Peffer has a lane, Peffer with a right hand rolls it in. Carson Peffer with 6 points on the night. Tech goes up by 17 with 30 seconds left to play. Baseline, Stepney, reverse, no good. Jalen Stepney is 0 of 8 from the floor tonight.
Yeah, and at this point, there's no reason to foul. They're going to make up 17 points in 23 seconds.
So as they walk the other way quickly, let me give you an idea where we're at here. So Montana Tech and the University of Providence will both go to 9 and 5. They'll remain tied for first place. And then from there, you have the University of Providence, as I mentioned, moved up, and Carroll College will move up. So Carroll will go to 8 and 6, and then also Rocky will fall to 7 and 7. So that's kind of how your standings look like after tonight. Montana Tech and the University of Providence playing for first place on Saturday.
My coach of the year is from Carroll College for what he did with that. He lost a lot of players. He came in new. He had to take a bunch of freshmen, and he's molded them.
Michael Ure at the line, and he knocks it down.
He won't be coach of the year, but that's who deserves it.
19-point lead. And Western down the floor.
Michael, you need to have a good night, and he did.
Joke. 3-point shot from downtown, no good. Blocking out, getting the rebound. Lane Love hauls it in. And Love will bring it down toward midcourt. He'll lob it to the baseline. Connor Machad holds on to it. And this one will go into the record books. Montana Tech going to get the win in the season sweep over the Bulldogs at Montana Western, 80-61 here in the mining city. And Montana Tech remains tied for first place with the University of Providence, and just a big win for them here tonight.
It was a big win, and I think the reason was that Keely Bake scored in the second half. He hit some threes, and just they needed that other scorer. Everything wasn't functioning right, and that's with the loss of their 2 key players, it makes a difference. 3 guys have to pick it up. Okeke got shut down pretty good. I mean, 8 points. That's not his MO. So, and of course, what can you say about the best Tech player tonight? Who is it?
Oh, it's Hayden Deacon's period.
Absolutely.
Deacon's the machine.
And he had to be tonight.
So
that
sets up a game on Saturday against the University of Providence. Montana Tech won the first matchup between the two, 81-56, and they lost. And that actually set up their run of 4 straight losses in Great Falls, 77-67. So they'll play on Saturday. Whoever wins it is Frontier Conference champions.
Couldn't play out better, could it?
That's the deal right there. 80-61 our final. Let's talk through the numbers. Western shot 34% from the floor, 33% from the three-point line. Their leading scorer was Martin. He finishes with 13 points here tonight. Then from there, Carlson, Merritz, and Bethel all get 8 points. Stepney, Adado, Ankney, and Berkeley all get 6 points. And that's your scoring for Western.
And Tech's defense is such a great job on the perimeter people. When you can hold Stepney under double figures, you've had a heck of an evening.
This Tech team averages 60.5 points a game. They're giving up defensively. They give up 61 here this evening. So right on task. On the other side, Montana Tech, Hayden Deacons gets 25 points here tonight. That is a new career high for Mr. Deacons. 11 rebounds to add to that as well. Keely Bake with 17. Michael Ure with 17 points as well. From there, you have Peffer with 6. Torgerson and Coulanges each with 3, and Red Reynolds with 2 points on the night tonight for the Orediggers as they remain tied for first place, and we'll see if they can pick up a 4th straight Frontier Conference regular season crown coming up on Saturday.
Well, the nice thing is they've got the opportunity. That's all you want. That's all you want is a chance, and you know what it all means? They can win. It's about the tournament. It's always about the tournament. So don't look too far ahead of yourself. Go after the championship and then go after the one that matters.
80-61 our final. The Digs get the win over the Bulldogs here on Digger Vision. For John Thatcher, I'm Paul Panisco. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday. And again, we'll see you Saturday. The women play at 2. The men play at 4. It's going to be a great day in the Frontier Conference. Till then, take care.